This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, available on DAZN. Delighted to be joined by my good friend Sam Jones. Sam, before we get into all the chaos that has unfolded over the last, I suppose, 24 hours or so, your man El Gato Jack Catterall in what ended up being a proper grueling fight, but gets the victory.
Yeah, it was a fight that he needed to have. Really, it was a side of him that he needed to show. Because the Barboza fight earlier in the year was not a good performance from Jack. Even though I thought he won, you can't complain because it was so close, and neither of them did a lot, if that makes sense. And then the Harlem Eubank fight was not Jack's fault, in my opinion, but it still didn't it was not a good spectacle. So Jack wanted to show that what he had, what he really had. Like everyone knows Jack can box, he's a beautiful boxer, but Jack can really punch as well. And he has been working his arse off in Philadelphia away from his family to give the fans that kind of performance. Um, I know, listen, Echo clawed his way back into the fight after Jack put him down heavy in the fourth. But people don't know Jack was actually um, his head fell off a little bit because he thought the same cut had reopened. So that was the distress in Jack, not because he was gassing. Jack could do 25, 24 rounds, no problem. He was like he was really his head went a little bit because he thought the same cut happened again, which he had plastic surgery on, and it wasn't. It's actually a new cut there, which was I actually thought it was actually a headbutt. It wasn't. It was actually I watched the fight back yesterday, and it was a short uppercut that Echo caught Jack with, and it just made Jack panic a little bit but he got it back together and he brutally finished a fantastic fighter in Echo Essam and. Look, I think Jack's getting from the people he needs to get the respect of. He's been getting respect after that performance, which was needed in this stage of his career. Goes to WBO number one, and he's gonna have an enormous 2026.
What were your conversations with Bozy Ennis?
It's not really a Bozy, but Bozy's just a boxing man. That's just what all he does. Like he is in the gym all day. When I went to Philadelphia for those 2 weeks, he's in the gym at 10 o'clock in the morning and he won't leave till 6 o'clock at night. Like he's in there all day. Um, and as I say, you think he's 70 years old, Bozy. So it just shows how much hunger and love he has for the game. And you've only got to see what a good coach he is because look at his son. In my opinion, he's the pound for pound number one waiting to happen. Um, yeah, great coach, good guy, and Lawrence Smalls as well. The who works with Bozy again. Great coach, done a great job, done a fantastic job for Jack, and I couldn't be happier for Jack. I was so relieved for him because there was a lot on the line there. Jack was not. Listen, his career weren't on the line, but he at the top level, getting back to a world title contention, that really would have been put. It would have been way in the distance. Now he's found himself back into a number one position and it's Eddie's job, my job to secure him that world title. So, oh, excuse me, that world title fight in that world title fight in 2026.
All right, look, before we jump onto Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, I want to make sure that we're touching on the fairly time-sensitive topic, which is why I got in touch with you, Sam. Um, Mate, what on earth has gone on? I mean, I saw a tweet earlier summed up quite well. I can't remember who from. Now my dog's coming in my room. One of the journos, anyway, and it was, look, who can blame AJ? I think he's realised that boxing doesn't love you the same way that you love boxing at times, and I think that's always been fair for AJ. It's a sickening amount of money. He was going to fight in an eight rounder. He now fights in an eight rounder against Jake Paul and won somewhere towards 70 million. I mean, what do you think?
Well, it's great business for Anthony Joshua. No one can see all these people that you can't. Everybody, any normal man would fight Jake Paul for 70 plus million. I mean, I would. I'm definitely sure you would. And look, we can do, but my only thing with the fight is that listen, Anthony Joshua. I said to Freddie Cunningham in the I seen Freddie Cunningham in the hotel. AJ's long time manager. I said, great business, great business. Robbing the bank. It's robbing the bank because if it, and I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful because I'm not saying it is because I know um, people have been saying, but if it is a real fight, which is what.
Let me just put in there. So the 100% confirmed, 8 threes. AJ has to
No,
win
I know. I've seen all of that.
143 pounds or less. No, 245 pounds or less,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, forget all of that. Forget all of that. If it's a real fight, I know it's been confirmed it's real fight, but like I'm saying to you, if it is real, like, and it happens, because like I still won't believe it until the bell goes. Like I really won't believe it. But if Anthony Joshua, and I don't say this like, and listen, we can all joke, but nobody wants any permanent damage to happen to Jake Paul. But if Anthony Joshua hits Jake Paul with the right hand he hit Francis Ngannou with, he could brown bread him. You can say people can say whatever, but I'm telling you that's the consequences of this.
I mean,
It's not.
you kind of almost have to. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jake's getting weighed in and he's
You're
earning.
gonna say admire Jake Paul, yeah, I do, but the team around him, obviously, there's no way anybody because I know he's got good people around you like BJ Flores. I know BJ Flores. He's a pal of mine, and he's got J. Leon Love who's boxed himself. There's no way they are telling him,
What
"Oh
about
yeah,
like
you."
and those guys? Do you
If
think?
they're telling him, that "Oh yeah, we can win it," like there's no way on this earth. There's no way. It's hard for me to even like, like articulate it because, like I say, and I don't say it in a joke. Like if AJ hits him, honestly, like they hit Ngannou, which rendered Francis Ngannou, who people say, oh yeah, it's Ngannou took a right. Like Francis Ngannou is a knockout merchant who used to box in 4-ounce gloves in the UFC at the highest level, former UFC champion, who was a striker. Like this is Jake Paul, like who lost to Tommy Fury. He Anthony Joshua could permanently injure Jake Paul
What would
in
you
this
say
fight.
to the people that genuinely give Jake Paul a chance in this? He only goes in at
They
AJ.
don't. They don't.
Oh,
Nobody gives him a chance.
he can I just say that AJ has only gone in at a 1 to 10 favorite
Yeah, that alone,
and 1 to 4 by KO.
yeah, that alone tells me that there has to, that even the book. Like, how is it only? It should be 500 to 1. It's look. Like I said to you before, if it's a real fight, it's not competitive, and AJ will iron him out in 1 round. If it goes 2 rounds, it's disappointing. It's not a good look.
So, I mean, I spoke to Eddie last week, and Eddie was like, "Look, if we do it, there won't be any BS. Like we're doing this as a proper."
No, but I do, but because AJ, like I'm talking about the credibility of Anthony Joshua. If he wants to come back and because imagine if it went 6 rounds, no one will pay, no one will watch Tyson Fury against AJ. Like Dubois chinned AJ because Dubois is a legitimate world level, elite level heavyweight. Like this is Jake Paul, mate, who's Jake can fight. Like Jake Paul would twat me. It's no like obviously I'm a lot smaller than Jake Paul, but like it, Jake can fight, but he's not. He would not win an area. He wouldn't win an area title. He wouldn't. What are you looking at me like that for, Parsons? He wouldn't win an area. He would not win an area title.
I just,
Like Dave Allen. Dave Allen would beat Jake Paul like bad.
yeah,
He really badly hurt Jake Paul. But this is Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion. That was literally only the heavyweight champion a couple of years back.
I
He
don't.
will iron him out bad. Like that's why I say I don't you don't want anything like I was on Talksport talking about the Jake Paul fight, saying if it happens, like I've said before, like Joe when the Britain's Got Talent and the magicians and like they're in the water box and they're trying to unlock themselves or they drown. Like people watch it because it's like, oh, it's great television. Like people are going to tune in because they're going to think when, not if, that right hand connects with Jake Paul's cranium, he is gonna fall down like fucking Jenga. Like when you pull the thing out, and it all collapses. Like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad when that happens.
Robert Smith said he would never sanction it in the UK. It's a
Nah,
weekend.
no chance.
What do you make of it actually even being sanctioned?
It doesn't surprise me. The Texas board sanctioned Mike Tyson. He's 70 years old. So it doesn't surprise me at all. And Jake Paul has actually, even though he's not boxed anyone, like he's had a knock, hasn't he, Jake Paul? He's got a professional boxing record. I don't want to like put him that because he can fight, Jake. He can fight, but he's all I'm saying is it could have severe. Well, it will have. Jake Paul will be very lucky if he gets away with this unscathed, permanently unscathed.
Does someone have to do a better job of having a duty of care? Because there's so
Yeah,
look,
because at the same time, Jake Paul, he is. I suppose he's got a license and he's a professional boxer, but it's more that I'm trying to think of like if you truly cared about Jake Paul, right? If you truly cared about him, like I'm talking about, like
close
his
things around it.
you see like his brother's a clued in guy. He is, yeah, Logan Paul, right? Good businessman. Jake's a great, but if I'm Logan Paul, who's got loads of, I'd be like, Jake, you've got hundreds of millions. Like, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
When you're rich, you want more.
Yeah, but that's fine. Go and do it another way. Go on,
Jake,
go on.
not, but Jake will genuinely believe that he wins this fight.
Yeah, yeah, that's even more frightening. Yeah, that's all I've got to,
Jake is
to, to
like
say on
so.
it. I honestly hope that he's just all right afterwards. Because listen, as much as like he might irritate people, I rate Jake Paul. I think he's a great businessman. I think he's savvy businessman. I think he's marketing genius. I just think that if this is real, he's gonna get cleaned out bad.
All right, finally from me, a quick recap on the weekend. Sorry, Conor Ben boxed magnificently,
Yeah.
but Chris Eubank Jr. just looked like he had no real pop in his shots. Didn't look like he could punch. What were your thoughts watching it all on?
You can only beat a man that's put in front of you. And I honestly think that, like I said it yesterday. I got a bit of stick for saying it. The fight, the previous fight, took it all out of Junior, emptied the tank, emptied, and Connor just finished what was left off. But Eubank, being the stubborn man that he is, finished the fight on his feet, and I think rightfully so. Good ending, shook each other's hands, made loads of millions of pounds together, and the saga's finished. You couldn't sell a third fight. I don't want to. I don't want to see the third fight. There's no. There's. It's not. You don't need to see a third fight. It was a great spectacle 2 times over. The walkouts were amazing. The fight. I don't think it was a world class fight, but it was just one sided in Connor's favour. It was just a one sided fight in Connor's favour. Won every round.
Um, Moving forward, what did you make of the kind of press conference between the Ben Shalom moment at the post-fight presser, where he kind of tried to say, "Look, there were things that happened in camp, etc." And
I
Eubanks,
didn't watch it. I didn't hear Ben Shalom all week. I didn't. I didn't even. I saw Ben Shalom like once. Saw him. I didn't. I didn't. Did he say something in the press conference? I did
tried
not
to
hear it.
tried to in the press conference say that there were loads of things that happened in camp,
Yeah,
etc.
I'm not into all of that. Like
And was
like
very quick to shut him down on all of that. Like it kind of
yeah, there's always problems. Like there's problems in everybody's camps. No one really usually has a perfect camp. So
what
look,
relationship there? Do you know? Because Eddie said to me on the Friday of fight.
I've heard about it, but again, it's not my. I don't want any legal letters sent my way. But I've not. I've heard it's not. Yeah, yeah,
You've heard it's not, yeah.
yeah. I've not heard it's a great. It's not a smooth relationship. But again, what do I know?
Should Eubank retire?
Um, Again, I don't think we'll see him again. But at the same time, he's stubborn, isn't he? He won't probably want to finish like that. He'll probably want the third fight, or he will. I don't know. I don't know. But look, Eubank's made millions. He's made millions, and he's not. he's not a world level fighter, Eubank. He's a very good fighter, but he's not a world level fighter. And he's made millions. He's clocked the game. He's done well. He should check out and cash his checks and enjoy the fruits of his labour.
Connor, what's next for him? Go and win a world title?
No, whatever he wants. Whatever he wants. He's the money fight now. So Conor can do pretty much whatever he wants. I mean, he can operate at. He shouldn't box at 160. He's not big enough for 160. 154, 147. Yeah, it's some great fights for Conor to be involved in.
Lastly, moving forward this weekend, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world, we see a fantastic card. Benavidez takes on Anthony Yarde, Devin
Yeah.
Haney, Brian Norman, Jesse Bam Rodriguez as well. Your picks?
Um, what of those three fights?
Well, the four.
So talk to me. Tell me the four again. Obviously, Yard against Benavidez. I would love Anthony Yard to win, but you've got to go Benavidez in that fight. Bam. Um, who's the other one? I think Devin Haney will win. I think Devin Haney will get through on a points decision against Norman. And who's the other one?
Sam Noakes against Abdullah Mason.
I don't know. I don't know because I've seen Abdullah Mason, but I've not. I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one because it's like how good is Noakes? Do you know what I mean? He's done really well, but it's like how good. So I don't know. It's a real pick and fight that is. I don't know. I'm not sure on that one.
All right, Samuel, what's your final message to the people other than if Jake Paul and AJ happens, Jake Paul could be brown bread?
When you do interviews, brush your hair.
No, because they can't see me.
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, just tune in to what we
Life.
got next. Cameron Vong against Gavin Gwynn. Tune into that next week on the Ben Whittaker's first fight on. Is it his first fight on DAZN? His first fight at Matchroom, isn't it? First fight with Matchroom. Cameron Vong, Gavin Gwynn, chief support of that bill. Then you go on to Monte Carlo. Pat McCormack against Connor Walker. Really good fight. Adam Maka, and yeah, that finishes the year off, and then we're just plotting and planning for a big year. So yeah, there's no message. Just tune in and keep watching boxing.
Nice one, Samuel.